mid-game will close this one out. EVOS will be eliminated from playoff contention.
Mục tiêu của vào top 4 của em đã hết rồi, nên ngày mai em sẽ trả thù Fnatic để không để thua.
Rasta, the hero of Fnatic, will steal there at number 2. The undefeated find defeat, and Fnatic serve it up. Quadra kill for Uzi, 8-0 and 3. Royal never give up, 2-0 on the day. A single turret of the Nexus, staying between Liquid and staying alive.
Other Chris.
And a kill comes through, and Liquid stays alive.
The last day it could go one of two ways. You know, we could completely flop, or we could play out of our minds.
虽然说我们输了2场，不过最后一天的比赛我们还是会全力以赴。
昨天可以说是就是最难的一天比赛日了吧，因为打 FW 跟 KD 嘛。 相信在最后一天的比赛日里面，也是可以继续获得连胜的。
Uzi with an expert dodge to get away. Uzi was so good there, using his ultimate to dodge the skill shot.
남아있는 시간 동안 제 폼도 다 끌어올리면서 나머지 경기 다 좋게 마무리하고 싶어요.
All of my teammates have tried exceptionally hard to make it to Paris, and I have no intention of letting them down.
And they're saying, you know what, Xmithy, we think that you don't play things like the Lee Sin and the Kha'Zix. We're more than happy to just ban the Graves away and first pick it.
Especially since they are expecting 100% tanks from North American LCS. Impact on a tank for sure. They've been at least been double stacking them, either another one from the jungle or one from Ole.
What surprises me is the Rakan ban as well, because if you know, or they're likely going to go for the Trundle, you could have either had them pick the Rakan themselves, and then you get yourself the Trundle with no counter, along with the fact that it looks like they don't play the Xayah Rakan.
This is a Gragas lock-in so early, Vedius. This is a champion we have not seen at this tournament. He got AP buff, so I would leave the door open for a possible flex pick, but primarily jungle position.
Yeah, I would expect it to be in the jungle. I think that against the pillar, you always have the dash, and we know that that mobility is great into a Trundle. In terms of playmaking and setup, you also have so much coming from Xmithy, and I feel like for this team, he will be a core part that you need to rely on.
Very bursty champion. We're going to follow it up with the Kaisa ban here for Doublelift. And as the analyst has said, actually, every single analyst that I've talked to this entire tournament, the first thing for any team that they've said is always pushing bottom lane. We want a winning bottom lane. They just keep repeating this, you know, over and over and over because it has been so important. So the support that gets paired with this is going to determine a lot of how it goes, because Kog'Maw has been the go-to pick into Kaisa. Doublelift said it, it was an impossible matchup to play from the Kaisa side.
Yeah.
And when Flash was also already locking in Karma, a very strong laner for a possible support, that would mean that Doublelift would have his work cut out for him.
He certainly will do, and Flash will now have the ability to ban more supports out if they want to try and limit that bot pool. But for Liquid, I think they should ban away the Cassio. I think it is a good pick into the Malzahar, and in the hands of Maple, who has had a phenomenal tournament. In my eyes, the best mid laner at this tournament so far. Putting him in the hands of a big, scaling mid-lane champion that can outduel and outperform something like a Malz, I think would be worth taking off the board.
Couple of seconds left to see whether or not for a very long time.
For a very, very long time.
Well, last pick's going to come in, Vedius. It was not the Cassio, despite a very long hover. Swain instead. What do you make of the pivot into that Malzahar?
Well, we've seen it so many times, a Trundle pillar being able to set up the passive from Swain so he can draw you even closer, and that being a very useful combination that can be procced at range.
Personally, I'm not a massive fan. I feel like Swain is one of the few matchups that actually can't punish the weak early laning phase that Malzahar typically has, because he needs quite a few points in his E before he can really start pushing that wave up. And Swain, especially after the recent nerfs, doesn't have the wave clear, so Pobelter should have a free laning phase, and overall, Liquid have drafted themselves a pretty solid team fight composition, which kind of fits the style that Team Liquid found so much success with during the playoffs.
Yeah, we were definitely expecting a ranged support to complement Doublelift's Kaisa down here. You cannot sacrifice that bottom side. They've gone with the Janna for Ole, and it's going to be up to them. Will this bottom lane, be able to get through the early stages?
But Flash Wars, they're all about the scaling. Swain, Kog'Maw, Cho'Gath, also effective in late game team fights themselves, especially once they've completed 2 to 3 items. And I think it's fascinating to have the differences between the two comps, where Liquid, primarily they want to find these picks initially. They want to use the mobility from Doublelift's ultimate, the ulti from Pobelter to catch a target out, even the Ornn ulti to lock down unsuspecting targets. But how quickly will Flash Wars look to group up and try and force those fights around Baron?
Yep, all other members on Team Liquid can set up the passive from Kaisa and try and have some synergy in this game.
Oh, so much on the line. Team Liquid, 3 wins and 5 losses. They are chasing Fnatic for that 4th and final seed into the semi-final. Body slam and flash. That's a flash already used. Oh! No body slam. I take it back. Death's Hand tags him. Very good response. Xmithie survives a few seconds long before Mugen takes him out.
What an amazing collapse from Flash Wolves there. Maple flashes, so the second half of his Q is going to come back through Xmithie. So he lands the snare, and they're able to absolutely take this early game out of Team Liquid's hands.
This is a 4.
Oh, here we go, the flash is blown.
Let's take a look at that. Pobelter's passive is popped. Killer Instinct is available for Doublelift, and he fires. Sword Art continues to get run down. Nether Drop will allow the kill to be secured as Doublelift picks it up. Now, Flash Wolves, Mugen, and Maple, they're trying to step forward. Where's Vision of the Empire? Not pulled yet.
Yep, Xmithie does have the Gragas ultimate steal, so he could use that to disengage if they kept chasing. That is a proactive move from Pobelter here for Team Liquid to get a kill on the bottom lane for Kaisa.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that in the replay we can track how Pobelter moved through the river in order to get down, because...
Spotted, he didn't get that little animation above his head. Mugen is waiting in the wings. Ole's now going to try his best to get out. Does have access to his ultimate. Remember, no flash available. Teleport being channeled by Pobelter, and the minion wave is slowly being cleared out. Here comes Pobelter with Call of the Void to silence. Maple's trying to make his way in. That's a flash. Never move into the kill. Mugen with the flash chomp. Killer Instinct's on cooldown for Doublelift, so he cannot use that either. And the Demonic Ascension keeps Maple alive. Now here comes Xmithie. Tower First Blood picked up by the Flash Wolves. Sword Art's taken down. The Malefic Visions are bouncing and hopping across the targets, but there's not enough damage yet. Flash Wolves get another kill.
Great job by Flash Wolves to just push this lead all the way through the turret. They get the first turret bonus gold. They get the kills, and they do not stop. Now upcoming here is a Cloud Drake as well in 15 seconds to get back onto the map.
And keep in mind that while Team Liquid have been finding kills, they're all onto Sword Art right now, whereas it is the Mugen in the jungle picking up the kills along with Maple on the side of Flash Wolves. Gold is going into the hands of the right pocket as we watch again this replay.
All right, so Flash Wolves know that they have the tempo, they know that they have the fed jungler here, so they just try and brute force this objective. Maple flashes in for Ole. They kill him just as he uses his ultimate, and that was actually critical, because if he was going to get any healing off, it might have delayed long enough.
And I feel like the Team Liquid just felt that they could fight for this, because Xmithie was coming in through the river and Doublelift was coming in from base, but he did not have his ultimate available. Ole could not survive for long enough, and rather than just concede it, they gave away kills. And
Impact actually going to flash forward for this one. With the help of Doublelift, they continue to chase. Ole's in so much trouble, he's taking a lot of damage. Teleport being channeled, and finally the kill is secured. Turn the attention to Xmithie. Now Maple's looking to run him down. Support can come from Team Liquid from the jungle, and it is. Nether Grass not going to be needed.
Yeah, all the focus here bottom lane is because Doublelift is the hope of Team Liquid.
Xmithie being 2k gold down as Hanabi gets locked up.
Well, Doublelift is going to jump all the way forward. Remember, Hanabi was the recipient of the gank a moment or two ago. He gets taken out. Doublelift's on a killing spree.
And that's a big misplay from Hanabi. No flash, doesn't have a tower, tries to get vision in the river, but he walks through all of these wards that Team Liquid had set up in the bottom side of the map. They just ran out, as we asked the observers to highlight over, and what it means is another kill goes in favor of Doublelift.
And Double rotate up tier to try and catch Pobe.
Blue buff on Betsy's just going to allow him to run down Pobelter. kept the vision on. Vision of the Empire even gets a assist.
This is not a surprise for Team Liquid, unfortunately, as Pobelta has been caught out multiple times during this tournament. Interested to see why he was so overextending it.
He's got flash and he's got full stacks on that passive.
Here we go.
Let's take a look. Call of the Forge God comes out. Yes, it knocks up 3. Nethercross manages to lock down Hanabi. He flashes away for his life, and now Maple swaps up frontline duty. Double it, forced to run for his life. Feral Scream will interrupt him for a while, but Maple is down. It's Ole that kills him. Team Liquid win the fight, defend the tower.
And that's with pushing away kind of the low health members there. But Team Liquid happy to get this victory. They can push mid lane and some pings around the river as well.
And Team Liquid finally utilized the strengths of their composition. Flash Wolves go for one final push to secure that inner tower, but they cannot find it with it.
That one. Pillar of Ice comes out as Impact is now being zoned away by Betty. All of the Forge God comes out. Maple is the target. He's only got 1 stack on his passive. That's already a kill onto Mujin. Now in a 5-on-4. The Monsoon has been channeled and Hanabi's joined the fight.
Good reset there from Ole. Flash Wolves now sticking around without a Swain ultimate as well. They have to cede control.
But keep track of the ultimates that were used. Pobelta, Xmithy, Impact, all have them unavailable, but the same goes for Maple. The big swing factor could be Hanabi. Can they land the CC to find a target, or will Team Liquid secure themselves a Baron?
Look at the minimap. Bottom is in favor of Team Liquid. Top is in favor of Flash Wolves, and Baron has been started.
That's quick.
There's a feast available for Hanabi if he can get into the pit. The Baron is the focus. 2,900. Turn and burn. Look for the fight. Flash Wolves get body slammed on. That's a bounce back. Xmithy goes out. Betty's running forward, looking for the triple kill. Impact is being burned and eaten alive. Knocked up into the air. Living artillery, and Maple takes him out. Flash Wolves win!
And the Kog'Maw comes up so huge for Flash Wolves. They've taken control over the Baron pit. Now it's their turn to actually force.
Mujin has respawned. He's on his way back. Xmithy is dead, so the risk of a steal is minimal. Pobelta, you are the one that could save this game.
Oh man, let's take a look if there's any possibility. Flash available to him. Flash Wolves doing the right thing. Pobelta decides to save his life, and Flash Wolves get out clean.
Such a critical team fight there from Flash Wolves to 4v5 and come up huge. They're able to kill Smithy first and run right through the team.
Damage there from Double Lift.
And he's forced to run away, gets caught out. That's a beautiful barrel! Xmithy, on maybe his signature champion, catches out Maple.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between that one and Sejuani, but he lands this ultimate perfect, able to get Maple right there and put a complete stop to the Baron-empowered siege.
Really good pick there from Team Liquid. Level 16 Double Lift on the Kaisa.
Difference somewhat negligible. Rapid fire cannon picked up for Double Lift. Here comes Call.
Betty, look at Betty.
Betty's the target! Will be taken down! Shut down by Double Lift! Now Hanabi's trying to set something back. Forced to use that stopwatch, and he's going to be caught between a rock and a hard place. It's a double kill for Double Lift!
And they're going to race him towards the mid lane here. Flash Wolves are actually pushed out of zone control. Maple's the only one to get inside the base. Team Liquid full steam ahead.
100% kill participation for Team Liquid's Double Lift. They take down the inhibitor turret. The inhibitor will not survive much longer, and TL are now in control of the game.
The Baron is alive in 20 seconds. Still a death timer on top of Betty. Team Liquid find the perfect pick. They will secure so much control over the map, and now it is Team Liquid who are looking to end this game.
Betty had flash available, but it didn't matter. Team Liquid pounced on him so quickly. Impact starts it off. Smithy finished it up, and now they're looking for Mujin.
There we go, Flash net the grasp. Easy kill secured by Team Liquid. That means the smite is not in the pit. And Nabi is only respawning now, and look at how quickly that Baron is shredded, Venius.
Team Liquid playing this game so well. Level 18 Double Lift. Let's see how they found this. Now, it's all about the positioning of Betty. No, he has his flash available, chooses not to use it.
Yeah, and after that moment, there is no recourse for Flash Wolves. The Kog'Maw is dead. There's no way they're getting out of this one, so they have to abandon Hanabi there in the middle, even with the stasis popped there, allowing Team Liquid control of the map.
Call of the Forge God, that is a zoning ultimate. A couple more hits on the tower is all it is going to take, but Hanabi is destroyed. Forced to flash away from the Void Seeker. And Impact's now going to go. He's taken out. Betty's turning one back. Double lift gets feasted with the shield. The heals. He survives. That's a double kill. Chasing all the way forward. It's a triple kill. And Team Liquid, they're setting their sights onto the Nexus turrets. They've got the base broken open.
Double lift is a monster as he secures a triple kill for Liquid, and it looks like the game.
Team Liquid keep their hopes at semi-finals alive.
4 victories for Team Liquid, and they're not even done with the day.
Watching the celebration on Team Liquid's face, a hard-fought victory.
Look at the reaction. Every victory previous to this at MSI, Team Liquid have been calm, just pull off the headsets, but immediately after this one, jump out of the seats. They can't wait to shake the Flash Wolves' hands.
And Double Lift secures himself an unofficial penta at the very end as well. Such a good performance from Team Liquid. The pressure gets put onto Fnatic as well, as Double Lift and Team Liquid still hold their fate in their hands.
Finally, we see the smiles come out from this team. The mental state has been such a discussion. What a success there.
The smiles, Double Lift and Ole side by side after a phenomenal performance. Look, they win the game, it looks amazing.